Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about my hometown. I was born and brought up in Phú Thọ province, which is located in the north of Vietnam. I was so lucky because I spent most of my childhood in a rural area. And living in a countryside, I didn't have a chance to be exposed to the technological devices. However, it was an advantage. I had a great childhood with many wonderful memories. When I was young, I had many good friends and we played folk games together, which are the common leisure activities in rural areas. I remember a time when I didn't take a nap and run away with my friends, and of course, then I got punished by my grandparents. The place where I and it was it was such a priceless experience that many children who lived in urban area don't have, and I was lucky, right? And the place where I live is really peaceful. There isn't many vehicles, and most of the economic activities are based on agriculture. So the people there are so friendly and hospitable. The environment there is just superb and great. And if you have a chance to visit my hometown, you actually can enjoy you can enjoy the fresh air. You can listen to the bird song every morning, and it is such a peaceful place. And whenever I come back to my hometown, I can get away from the hustle and bustle of the city, and I can get off the beaten track. For me, I at that time I can find myself restored and relaxed, and it's a good ways for me. It's a good ways for me to recharge my battery. And right now, um, my hometown, my countryside have some changes. Most of my friends are studying in another city, and especially is in Hanoi capital, and it is hard for me to meet them if I come back to my hometown in a daily week, because they are in Hanoi city. And besides, young people tend to migrate to another city in search of work and study opportunities, and most most older people are still live there. I forget to talk about my grandparents. When I was a child, when I was at a child, I lived with my grandparents most of the time. So I love them very much, and I know that they loved me unconditionally. You know, however, nowadays they are they lived alone in the countryside because their sons and daughters are live in other cities. For example, in Nha Trang City, Buôn Mê Thuột City, and Biên Hòa City. So right now, I really want to have a chance to come back to my hometown, to come back to my countryside to visit my grandparents. And you know, because I remember, mm, 2 years ago, my families as well as my aunts and uncles' families came back to my countryside to enjoy the Tet holiday together. And it was such a wonderful time for us because we had a family unions. And before the Tet holiday, we 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 did many activities together. We cleaned our house in the day before the new year comes, and we decorate the house with kumquat trees and in the living room, and the cherry blossom in front of the gate. And we prepared the traditional food too, you know. And we we prepared the chung cake, you know it, one of the most one of the traditional food in Vietnam. And it took us 8 hours to cook the cake, and we had to keep eyes on the cooking fire overnight. However, we didn't felt tired. We felt so happy because we can have a chance to re- reunite it. And you know, and the on the first day of the Lunar New Year's, I received the lucky money from um, my grandparents and adults as a way to give their wish to the new year. And for me, it was such a wonderful experience, a priceless experience, because uh, all the members of the multi generations family gathered together to have meal, and we shared our story together. And although the weather was very cold, we still felt the warmth. It was the warmth of the of reunions, you know it, because it is the reunions of many family members after the whole day, after a whole years. And the time when I had to came back to my house in Biên Hòa City, I cried just because I knew that uh, it was difficult for me to get to have a chance um, to have a chance to come back to my hometown regularly. And however, right now, I really want to come back to my hometown every year, at least once, because nowadays my grandparents is uh, older than I was than when I was as a child. And actually, I love the feeling of reunion. I love the feeling of uh, being together and share our story after the whole years of working. Maybe this is the end of today's video. Thanks you guys for taking time watching me, and goodbye.